Well, hey there. How's it going? For the sign of Virgo, you can call me Dharma Jane. It's nice to see you all again. This is we're going to do a love tarot, specifically for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And this is going to be a 2 energy spread, so it's going to be you and your partner if you're together. It's going to be you and your partner if you are split up. And if you're single, this is going to be who might be coming towards you or who you just split up with. So you'll see. This is also a great spread for cross watchers. So calling in guides, calling in angels, calling in anyone from the highest good that has a message to come forward for Venus, for Virgo. Excuse me. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers. Okay, let's get started. For the very first card, can I please have the heartbeat of this relationship? What is it that keeps this relationship going? What is the heartbeat, the full background message behind what we're trying to get across for this message for March in love for Virgo? 5 of air. That is a feeling of betrayal. But I also feel like it's a feeling of loss. Like I want to say it's not fair. For some of you, it feels like there's like your partner, like you're separated. But not because either of you want to be separated. And I actually feel like for some people out there, this is going to be for 2 people who are married to other people. And so the heartbeat behind it all is betrayal because it's like a forbidden love. But you can't help who you love. You can't. So who on the feminine side of this relationship, what is their energy in regards to the relationship? What's the feminine energy in regards to this relationship? Messenger of air. So it's the Knight of Air, Knight of Swords. Could be Libra, Gemini. Libra, Gemini. Oh my God, my brain just shut out. Oh, Aquarius. Duh. It's probably not Aquarius because I could not even think of that. And so this is somebody who has been hurt. This is someone who is guarded, but this is also somebody who doesn't really waste a whole lot of time. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight. And I feel like they're ready. I want to say they're ready. But on the masculine side, what's their energy? What's the masculine energy in this relationship? The Fool. I heard considering. Considering. It's like, do you want to jump off the edge or not? So you got the feminine over here who's ready, and you have the masculine over here who seems to be also ready, but it feels a little bit more logical. Like it's like I heard calculated jump. So if this Fool were to go ahead and walk off the ledge there, it would be something calculated. It wouldn't be excuse me. It wouldn't be just like willy-nilly. And for the feminine, what do they want? What do they want from this relationship? Transformation. They don't like the way things are going now. I heard something more. It feels like it should be something more than it is. I feel like this feminine over here is extremely intuitive, and like there's a feeling, a knowing of, I remember you from that other lifetime. Remember when we did that thing 500 years ago? I still remember. Do you? And it's like it feels irritating, like that this masculine isn't on board yet. What does the masculine want though? They want to move to a place of peace. They want to move on to away from the choppy waters. But if you look at this boat here, this ship is headed this way. So, but I feel like whatever their situation is right now, because like I said, I don't feel like these people are together. It feels like this betrayal stands in between all of it. What's the blocks for the feminine? What's the blocks for the feminine in this relationship? Ooh, making the decision. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, they have a decision to make, and I think it all goes back to this here. I mean, I feel like these people might be married or otherwise committed. I really actually feel like the word is obligated. Oh my goodness, I can't hold on to the cards. So they need to make a choice about whether they're going to move forward, but I don't feel like they're going to move forward until this transformation happens, because I don't feel like they really know. Like, I don't feel like they know how this masculine feels. What are the blocks on the masculine side? The block is the Ace of Cups. The block is, I feel like it might be fear. It's like they have this cup to offer. They do. They're ready. But it's a block because I want to be like, remember that time I gave up my cup of love and it got dumped out? This is fear of this choice, I think. Like a fear of rejection. Because I don't feel like this person gets rejected ever. And I think it has to do with the fact that they're so calculated. Like, they don't usually ask questions unless they know the answer to it. They don't take a jump unless they know exactly where they're going to land. And I don't feel like these people are on the same page. It's like secrets within secrets within secrets, but everybody's on the same page. If that makes sense. They're like keeping the secret of how they feel about each other from each other, but they both feel the same way. And I think it has to do with this trying to avoid betrayal. Like, I don't feel like anybody's being bad here or wants to hurt anybody, but I feel like the energy here is so much older and so much deeper than the people that they might end up betraying if they end up together. So what can we look at for an outcome for this? Woo-wee. Strength and the Nine of Air. So whatever this is, you know, but at the bottom of the deck you have the Four of Wands. That's the happy home. So it's the foundation of this relationship. But it's going to take a lot of strength because I feel like it's layered. I feel like it's going to take time. I feel like it's in the very beginning stages, even though it feels like it's been going on for a while. I feel like the decisions are just now coming to fruition, and it kind of just feels like, well, I heard trouble. It's going to be a lot of work to make it to make it all the way to the finish line, which would be your beginning. But I feel like the connection here is so deep and so old that there's not really going to be a choice in the matter, because the universe is going to make it happen one way or the other. So can we get some clarifiers, please, for the Five of Air? Why is the Five of Air the heartbeat of this relationship? Because both parties want to move on. Yeah, towards each other. To have this foundation, right? That's exactly what I was just saying. Here's the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands. but there's confusion. There's, yeah. Nobody wants to hurt anybody, but these two people want to be in love. These cards just flung out. And these, I mean, they just fell out, but it's like if these parties don't take the leap, they're not going to watch their ships come in because they're going to be stuck holding on to their original pentacle, which would be their house, home, marriage, whatever they've got going on right now. It feels conflicted. It feels like a lot of swords. It feels like a lot of what ifs. It feels like a lot could be lost. But everybody's willing to work on it. Like I said, this feeling is so old. It feels so old, past life old. Like there's unfinished business. Why is the feminine energy the Queen of Air? Because she's an air sign. That's the Queen of Air to describe the Queen of Air. It doesn't have to be an air sign, but it's probably most definitely going to be somebody with air in their chart. But also somebody who doesn't have time for anybody's crap. That's just how the Queen of Swords is. But she's also got the Six of Swords. She's also at the place where she's ready to move to calmer waters. Like I said, I feel like this tension between the two parties has been a lot of work. But she's, first off, she could already have kids. But she's Venus. She's the Venus. She's this masculine's heart. She holds the Venus for him. For this Knight of Pentacles. So that would be a Virgo or Earth sign. But it just feels like it's taking forever. So why is the Fool for the masculine over here? Yeah, there's a delay. He doesn't know whether to jump off the ledge or not. Because it would cause a huge uproar in his life with the Virgo, or he is the Virgo. And there's that holding on to. See? This is just a repeat of what we got here. He's trying to be calculated about it. He's trying to be smart about it. Why is the blocks the Death card? No. Why is the Wants the Death card? Why does the feminine want this? Oh my goodness. Death to describe death. Because things aren't changing. Things aren't moving. She wants to have the world in her hand. She wants to travel. It's another indication of moving forward, moving on. It's bringing a lot of anxiety to stay in this stagnant, I know you love me, but I have stuff to deal with. And this is the Nine of Cups. I mean, this relationship on this side is everything she ever could have wanted. So, but then why is the Six of Swords for the masculine then? Because there's a lot of turbulation with secrets here. But I also feel like with this moon that the masculine feels the old like soulmate energy and might possibly think that it's just an illusion. Maybe just feel like the masculine wants to manifest something that's real because he's not feeling something that fits better emotionally. Yeah, he wants to watch his ships come in too. I mean, a lot of these cards are mirrored on both sides. So why is the feminine blocks then this decision? Because she's afraid of rejection. Queen of Wands. Well, the Queen of Wands might be the married party over here. But even though it's a block, she's still willing to work on it. But I do feel like this is another indication of being afraid of rejection. Like, she won't get the King of Cups. She'll get the King of Note. Nobody wants that. Why is the masculine blocks the Ace of Cups? King of Swords. Knight of Swords. Well, because this air sign won't make a decision. So it's like you can't offer the cup if there's no space to offer the cup, then you can't offer the cup. So, and both of these people are afraid of being rejected by someone who loves them. But this is the yes card, you know? The Chariot is the yes card. Big fat yes. So go for it. Just go ahead and spew. I feel like the problem here is that everyone thinks that nobody's on the same page. Nobody's talking about it. Everyone's trying to be like super respectful and like not step on anybody's toes. When really, you should just go over there and be like, by the way, I love you. Like, you're all I can think about all day, all night. And I feel like there's going to be a conversation, but yeah, but you don't really talk to me when we're around. And it's like, well, yeah, that's because I can't speak. I get tongue-tied. But why is the outcome here this Nine of Swords and the Strength card? The Devil. Woo-wee. Because, okay, when you decide to finally break up with the other partners to be together, which would be falling for this temptation, keep in mind that just because it's tempting doesn't mean that it's bad. If it's an old soul relationship that the universe is pushing you to do, then go ahead and be tempted. But then it, you know, puts an end to the marriages, right? Both marriages, which would then cause a lot of anxiety and the need for strength, which makes perfect sense. But if a cycle needs to end, let it end. Yep, bam, Ten of Swords. Let it end. And then that way you can have the beginning that you're looking for with the person that you want it to be with. So I'm going to do a after tarot. So this would be right after all of this, reading these upright only. So it'll be manifested. I mean, what you think will become. And if this relationship is what everybody wants, then just it will eventually be manifested. And there's the King of Swords. I mean, that's this air sign over here. But it goes from a queen to a king. So that's like a step up in the higher self. Okay, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles on top of this other Knight of Pentacles. So, but in the after tarot, he's there. So like in this tarot, he's walking along wherever that card is, taking his sweet time. But in this card, he's there. So the offer, it will come. I just feel like it's not time yet. And I feel like everybody knows and everybody can feel it on all four sides. It's just, it's a process. A process that, you know, might not be what everybody considers to be on the up and up. And I'm sorry, I mean, I don't feel like people should cheat, but I also feel like people shouldn't cheat out on their soul work. If you're supposed to be with a specific someone because you signed a soul contract to say that you would do so and you meet them while you're married, I mean, do what you feel you need to do for your soul, not for this 3D reality. That's all I have to say about that. Yeah, so here's the Four of Pentacles on the Four of Pentacles. Like this masculine is gonna be forced to let go, I think, because this is the Reaper. But then you get the new seed. That's the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you get it. Because this other party makes a decision. Like I said, the decision gets made, and then there's a lot of drama from it. But then you get what you were looking for. I mean, you have to go through the transition, even though it sucks. But then you have the, see, and that's what I was just saying. I mean, it does suck. Because I feel like on this side, this person is like ready to move into this other relationship, but then when it comes time to like do the breaking up, I mean, it's, look at how sad he is. That's a sad bird. But I mean, those things, I mean, if this over here is what you want, then you're just going to have to allow yourself to be sad for a minute, because you won't be sad forever. And it certainly won't be as hard as it was in the initial relationship. Can we get one final outcome, please? Yep. Judgment. That was the decision. But look, there's angel wings there. This judgment is divinely guided. I mean, and both people, even though one seems a little timid about it, are willing to really stand up for this because it feels so important. Can I just get some general advice from the fairies, please, for Virgo? There's the Strength card again. It's going to take a lot of strength. It really is going to take a lot of strength. You're going to have to make the decision. You're not going to have a choice but to make the decision. So just do it already. Because everybody wants the same thing. But I really feel like if you guys would just have a conversation with each other, I think a whole lot of mess will be cleared up. Because, yeah. Because everyone would then be aware that everybody's on the same page. And then that patience brings joy and hope and creative energy and all of this wonderful stuff. It's just, you've got to be aware that the transition period from old to new is going to be a little rough. Understanding the nature of nature. That's exactly what I was just saying. Understand that the transition is going to be rough, and that's just kind of the way it is. Yes, but you're being divinely guided, for sure. No more delays, and tidy up all the loose ends. Exactly. Have the conversation so that everybody's on the same page, and have the conversation with everybody's actual partner. And say, by the way, you know, there's somebody else. I'm sorry. Thank you for the time that we've shared together. I have gratitude. I appreciate you, but, you know, I need to move on to my next soul journey. So that's all I have for you, Virgo, for March 2018. You can find me on Instagram, dharmajane.8, and you can find me for private readings at dharmajane8@gmail.com. Have a good one.